Detroit Lions. Oh, baby, that is big time stuff. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Oh, baby.
What is going on, everybody? How are we doing on this Tuesday? I'm going to wait to let some people get in here. Hopefully they come in here today. But what's going on, Rick? Good to see you back in here, Rick Grit. Yeah, Lions have done some things, and we're going to get into that, of course. But once you get in here, if you're in here, say what's up, and we will get this thing rolling. But how's everybody's week been? How are you doing? We feeling good? Feeling good about the off season and whatnot. Lauren, how's it going? Have I looked at the draft much? A little bit. You know, I haven't gotten too deep into later rounds or anything like that. I've kind of just been staying focused on guys that we could get early. And that's normally what I do. I don't really go too deep into drafts, but it's fun. It's fun. I always do a mock draft and whatnot. But yeah, you know, I've been paying attention to who we might pick up, or you know, who some of the top guys are, and through the first and second round. But yeah, how about you, Lauren? You big draft guru? Let us know. MSU Detroit fan. Good to see you in here. Lions to the Super Bowl. That's what I'm talking about. Got to keep that energy up. We got to keep that train rolling. It's Super Bowl or bust. It's Super Bowl or bust. But yeah, okay, we'll just get this thing going. It's been 2 minutes in here. Lauren says first time looking at the draft. Okay. Yeah, you know, it's for us right now, and we'll get into it. I got a few other things before we get to draft talk, but we will definitely talk about some draft talk. Mary Peterson, good to see you in here. But let's get it going. All right. Before I get into too much serious talk, did y'all see well, this is not what I was talking about, but yeah, there's a cap space and whatnot. But this, Amon-Ra St. Brown is going to be featured in a Netflix series called Receiver. They had one for quarterbacks. I didn't really watch that one, but I'm definitely going to check this one out because Amon-Ra St. Brown's in it. I think they followed him for 8 games, or they said they had cameras on him all season, but I think for this it's for 8 games. But it's him, Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, Deebo Samuel, and George Kittle for some reason, because I don't know why he's in there. He's a tight end. But this is going to be their new Netflix series. Sorry, I'm holding back a sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. My allergies are going crazy. But yeah, I'm sorry. A Netflix special called Receiver. It always seems like my allergies start to go crazy right before the show. Maybe it's something with the mic. Maybe I'm allergic to this mic. But we're going to get through this. I'm fine. But all right. The Lions have made some moves, some serious, real deal moves. And it all started with locking down and extending our GM Brad Holmes and our head coach Dan Campbell through the 2027 season. I absolutely love this. I'm a huge Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell fan. I will not drink Brad Holmes bathwater like maybe Derek says, the homie. But yeah, I am a big fan of this move. You know, I think it's the right move. I'm excited to see what we can do years ahead with these guys. I wasn't expecting this to be the first extension that I heard about. You know, I thought maybe we would hear about Amon-Ra or Goff. But this is well-deserved and great news, and I'm very happy about it. We also extended another front office Chris Spielman. He got a multi-year deal multi-year contract extension as well. That's great news. I don't think Chris gets enough, recognition or credit for what he does behind the scenes, but I think he kind of likes it that way. But this is awesome, We're shoring up some key pieces in that front office room moving forward, and we're going to need that. So looks like that, I think they have great chemistry. I think they all work well together, and it's proven that this is a formula that works on the field. So I'm glad that we got these guys for years to come. All right, I see some comments coming over here. MSU Detroit fan. Odd they included George Kittle in the series. Yeah, I figured they'll do a mostly Iowa tight end series soon. I mean, I know they might as well, because there's so many Iowa tight ends in the league, and there's going to be more to come. They might as well do a series on that. You should patent that before they do it. Get some of that money, MSU Detroit fan. Rick says, I told Derek I wanted all of it, but he never gave me a price. Yeah, Derek, I still need to come in and see your guys' banter back and forth. But yeah. That would be funny to see. Anyways, I'm sorry. Still battling through trying to hold back a sneeze there. But yeah, I'm really glad that we got our front office secured. But here we go. The Lions made some moves to help out the team on the field. We went out and got DJ Reader, defensive tackle, big body. Dude's going to be a beast. And we also got guard, Kevin Zeitler. Now, I love both of these moves. DJ Reader is going to be an absolute monster in the middle for us on defense alongside Aleem McNeil. I believe Aleem McNeil said, quote, and I'm pretty sure he said exactly this: "It's finna get ugly." And I believe it. This is going to be a nasty combination. Reader's not really the sack guy, but he does draw a lot of double teams. He's going to stuff the run. The run defense is going to be even better than it was last year, I believe. If he can stay healthy, that is an issue that everybody has noticed, is that he's coming off of a big-time injury that ended his season last year. Brad Holmes likes to do this. But the guy is an absolute monster when he's on the field. And, yeah, I think this was a great move. It's a 2-year, $22 million deal. It was initially reported as like 28 or 29 million, but it's been confirmed that it is 2-year, 22 million, I believe around 7.5 million guaranteed, with some incentives in there as well and a signing bonus. But, great pickup. The guy seems like he is going to fit the Detroit Lions team that Dan Campbell wants very well. I just think this was an awesome pickup. It's going to help Hutch. It's going to help Aleem. It's going to help Davenport out there. No, it's not the pass rush guy that everybody wanted, but he does draw a lot of attention. He's a huge body. He's nasty. He's a force to reckon with, and he fits perfectly in this defense. He also says that he's eager to help out Broderick Martin and to teach him some of his own tricks. So if he could get Broderick Martin to his full potential, that's worth the pickup on its own. So I absolutely love that we went out, got DJ Reader. Well, actually, he came in to visit, and we didn't let him leave. So love that pickup. And then, I've been saying it since way back. Well, let me get into these comments real quick. I see a few about DJ Reader. So we'll talk about DJ Reader first, and then we'll get going on. But MSU Detroit fan says, yeah, I'm gonna that non-Caitlin Clark money from the Hawkeyes. Yes, Caitlin Clark is banking, rolling in the dough. I'm not sure, she should have gone pro so soon. I think that she's ready for it, don't get me wrong, but I heard that Fox was going to offer her a big-time contract, NIL contract, to stay at Iowa for another year. But she already declared before they could offer it. But You can always change your mind. Anyways, this is Lions. We'll talk about Caitlin Clark and basketball and all that some other day, maybe. Rick says, improved and already great run defense. Yes. Yes. And like I said, I think this is going to free up Hutch a lot. You know, Hutch isn't going to get double teamed all the time. They're going to have to account for Aleem McNeil, Reader. But Aleem gets loose and he gets to the quarterback too. And we haven't seen what Marcus Davenport can do for us yet. You know, he's had some good years. He's also had some health issues. But, you know, a lot of people believe in this guy. I don't know if he's the final piece. I think maybe we're going to draft an edge rusher. I'm not sure. We'll talk about draft here in a second. But I really love the DJ Reader pickup. I think it was great. And and a key piece that we needed. MSU Detroit fan, Reader can take pressure off the edge rushers and also stop the run with McNeil and whoever is in at linebacker. Exactly. I know that when he got signed, Anzalone was hyped about it. I mean, everybody really was. But, yeah, that's kind of what he does. He's a huge, big-time role player. You know, he does make his own big plays, but he's not, like I said, he doesn't get a ton of sacks. But he frees up space for a lot of other people to do things. And he's just really going to come in and fit what we need here on the defense. We're going to see it work out. As long as he can stay healthy, this is going to be a great move right here. And we got him for 2 years. But yes, exactly right there, MSU Detroit fan. Lauren, what's up, says, I like these moves too. Zeitler was a Pro Bowler last year, and rumor has it we signed him for $6 million on 1 year. Yes. Zeitler just turned 34, but it looks like he wants to go out with a bang. Lauren also says DJ Reader is also solid as they come. Yes. Let's get into the other signing, Kevin Zeitler. Yeah, he is a little older, but we got him for one year. Cheaper contract. And like you said, he's going for a championship. And he is a Dan Campbell guy. I don't know if you saw the video that RG3 posted on Twitter, I believe. Or X, whatever it is. You know that now it's the X. But he said, this is a Dan Campbell guy. He was in the hospital while his wife was in labor doing pass block reps. Like he was practicing while his wife was in labor. So you know he's dedicated to the game and he loves it. But he does specialize more in pass blocking. But I've watched tape on him in the run blocking as well. And he's nasty. He's going to fit in just fine with Sewell on his right and Ragnow on his left. I do think that he's going to be the right guard position, and we're going to move Glasgow over to the left. I could be wrong, but I do like this move a lot. I've been saying it. I've been talking about it since the offseason started, that we need to go and get a guard, or that we need to draft a guard. And we got one in free agency, and a good one. He's a vet. This fills the hole that Jonah Jackson left. I will say that for a year, this is definitely an upgrade. No shade on Jonah Jackson. You know, he was a great player when he was in. But that was the problem, was that Jonah Jackson, his availability, he was always, you know, each year he had an injury. And this year he was out key games, and that really hurt us big time. And I saw a few other people pointing out, too, that he wasn't the best pass blocker and that he would give up some big time, you know, sacks or let the guys through in big time moments. And, you know, I guess I'm one of those guys who let that slide a few times. But, you know, this is a definite upgrade for me, because if Zeitler can stay healthy like he has been, he's proven that he stays on the field a lot more than Jonah Jackson does. And that in itself, availability, is an upgrade. But the guy's a beast too. He's a Pro Bowler. So, you know, he's not just an upgrade because of availability. I think he brings a whole new dynamic. And this just makes us one of the top 5, one of the top 3, maybe the best O-line in the NFL once again. So, love this move. And everything that we've done in the offseason so far, by who we've picked up, who we've brought back, and by the way, we brought back Donovan Peoples-Jones on a 1-year contract. Wide receiver Donovan Peoples-Jones, if you didn't know. I know y'all know. But this has set us up to where we could go and play right now. And we still have the draft. And I still think that we're going to make maybe 1 or 2 more moves to help out this team. So, this is great where we're at. And like I said, we still have the draft. Brad Holmes is going to cook. We're ready to roll. Super Bowl or bust, baby. But I think we're still going to make a few more moves. But how would you grade this offseason so far? What do you feel about the moves that we've made? We went out and got some D-back help. We got an edge rusher in Marcus Davenport. I know he's not what everybody wanted. He's not a Brian Burns or anything like that. But he's got an upside. DJ Reader. Zietler. We got some guys. And Glasgow bringing him back. How do you feel about this offseason? You feeling good? You feeling good already going in to next year and we're not even done yet? Because that's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like we're about to be back, baby. And I know that the Bears and all these other teams are making big-time moves. But I don't know if you saw what Louis Riddick said. He goes, there's a difference between building a team and bringing in big-time talent. And we're building a team over here, and we got one. We got a real deal team that meshes, and they embody their coach, and they go out there and they get the job done. I'm not saying that, the Bears and the Packers aren't looking scary and that they're going to be a threat this year, but I still feel like we're the top dog. I still feel like we got the better team than all the other teams in the North. Everybody's kind of overlooking us right now. We're making moves. DJ Reader and Zietler, I feel like, are big, and I feel like the Carlton Davis trade was big too. But we're not getting the big-time headlines, but that's what Brad Holmes said. He says he doesn't care about winning in March. He wants to win in December. And I think our team is we're already set up. And we still got the draft that Brad Holmes is going to cook in. So it's just getting started, baby. And I'm excited. And with these moves that we've made, we can go any way in the draft. We don't have to draft a guard with our first pick. We don't have to draft an edge rusher with our first pick. We don't have to draft, a corner. I would love any of those, though. But we have set ourselves up once again to take the best player available. And that's how they want it. And it's going to work out, baby. But I'm going to get back over in here to these comments. Let's see what's up. Rick says, love the KZ signing too. Still top 3 O-line. Yes. And that's what we got to win the trenches. And I think that's what they realize. That's what we're going out and doing now. Through the draft, I want to get a little bit more help. And we'll talk about that. But Brad Holmes, once again, setting us up for success to do whatever the hell he wants to do in the draft. He's going to get ridiculed for it, of course, because he's going to take the best player available. But look how it turned out last year. Loving it. MSU Detroit fan, when I saw Kevin Zietler, his name reminded me of a former Lion, 2016, 2017, Anthony Zettel. Hey, Zettel. Can't forget about the Z, man. Yeah, that guy was crazy. Loved his effort, though. He would be like a Dan Campbell guy, right? I don't know. But yeah, Zettel. Wow. Bringing back memories. Lauren, last year Pro Bowler. Yes, talking about Zietler. The guy's a stud. We got him for a good deal too. Another 1 year. Yeah, he's older. I don't know if this is really a prove it deal. Like you said, he wants to go out with a bang. So maybe he retires after this year. Maybe we re-sign him for 1 more year if he proves that he, is worthy of that. But, because he's older and because we got him for 1 year too, I would not count us out of drafting a guard at all. I think that we still do, or an interior offensive lineman, a center, a guard, Zietler, he's up there. 1 year deal. Graham Glasgow, not getting any younger. He is there for 3 more years, I believe. But then you got Frank, who always seems to be battling through some sort of injury. So it wouldn't hurt to get an interior offensive lineman in the draft, but love the pickup. And he's definitely going to help out this year for sure. Wants to go out with that bang. Super Bowl or bust, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. Okay. Sorry. I'm going to calm down. Lady Lion, good to see you in here. I feel Brad Holmes made good pickups. Can't wait for the season to start. I know. And that's why, I'm glad that this receiver little episode, or the series on Netflix is going to come out. I don't know when it's going to come out. It says coming soon. But at least we can see, I can watch some Amon-Ra or something. I got something to hold me over a little bit. The draft's coming up soon. But, yeah, the way that we went out last year, I've been eager for the season to start since then. I know all the players are like that. They're itching. They're like, come on. It's bugging them, but that's good. I wish that we would have won it all this last year. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. But I do see this putting a chip on our shoulder and motivating us more to get back there. We have a lot of the same guys. We brought in some other guys who were hungry. Zietler was on the same situation, just on the other side. He was with Baltimore, so got to the AFC Championship, came up short. So he's hungry for that too. And then DJ Reader has played in a Super Bowl. Carlton Davis has won a Super Bowl. So, we got some guys who got experience there too and are hungry to win another one, along with the guys we already had. But yeah, I'm loving what we've already done, and I can't wait for the season to start either. It's eating me up. Hurry up and get here already. MSU Detroit fan, yeah, the media is still going against the Lions. All they want to talk about is the Packers and how the Lions' window is shut, and just keep talking about the rotten cheese. Yeah, I even saw Greeny say that, Greeny on Get Up. He said that the Lions missed their opportunity last year, and he doesn't see us getting back to that position. And he said that was our only shot to win the Super Bowl was last year. I have to completely disagree with that. But yeah, he's saying because he thinks the Packers are going to take over and they're here now and all this. I don't think so, buddy. I think it is going to be tougher. I think we have one of the tougher divisions in the league now. I think the other teams realized how good we were, and they had to go out and make these moves in order to compete. Otherwise, we're going to just keep steamrolling them. But I do feel, like I said, we're better. Our running back room is better. Amon-Ra St. Brown, even though he's an all-pro, is still one of the most underrated wide receivers in the league for some reason. He gets overlooked all the time. I'm glad that Netflix is recognizing him and putting him on that series with all these other top receivers because he deserves it. But for some reason, I feel like he still gets overshadowed by these other guys when he's elite. But, I think J-Mo's going to come into his own. Sam Laporta. We're good to go. That offensive line. And I think we make a move for a young wide receiver in the draft early. I've been seeing a lot of people say that we could go wide receiver at 29 or with the second pick. I wouldn't be mad with that. I also see that there's potential that we bring back Josh Reynolds. So that brings me to another question, and I'll let you think about this. Derek also put this on X, but I want to hear from y'all. But I'm going to ask this question, then I'm going to go to the comments to answer your other ones. But I want you to answer this. Would you rather draft a wide receiver at 29 or with our second pick, or bring back Josh Reynolds? I know we could do both, but I'm just going to give you the option of two. Would you rather draft a wide receiver, let Josh walk, or would you rather bring back Josh because there's already chemistry there with Goff? I'm going to get over here to the comments, though. What y'all think about that? I know that the comments come in a little bit later. I don't know why it does that. I got to set that up better. That's on my end, probably. But here, MSU Detroit fan says, Lions returning almost everyone, but apparently ESPN thinks we aren't contenders anymore. Yeah, I know. It's insane. They wouldn't say this about the Niners or anybody like that. You know, other teams who don't make huge moves in the offseason but return a lot of people, they're like, oh, yeah, they're going to be back. You just watch. We don't get no love, but it's always Detroit versus everybody, right? Wouldn't have it any other way, honestly, because it puts that chip on the guy's shoulder. It gives them motivation, and we could use all the motivation. I mean, we're already good, but extra motivation is also good. Lauren says, if Davenport can stay healthy, he had 40, 58, 40, which is good for a 265-pound D end. Oh, sorry, a 45, 8, 40. Sorry, I read that wrong. In 21, he had 9 sacks in 11 games and then got hurt. Played 4 games and missed the season with a high ankle sprain. Yeah, I mean, the upside's there. And the Saints said that we got an absolute steal for him. I know he came from Minnesota, but he was hurt with them for the majority of the season. But the Saints are saying that we got a steal. He is familiar with Aaron Glenn and Dan Campbell, so I think this is a fit. It's kind of, you know, they're going to let him go out and prove it. It is a prove-it deal, and if it works out, it's going to work out awesome. If it doesn't, then see you later. You know, that's just how it is. But it wasn't a big contract or anything, so I'm fine with it, and I hope that it works out for the best. I saw a lot of people mad about it, but if this guy tears it up, even if he gets 9 sacks and he plays all games, you know, that helps out tremendously from what we did last year on the other side. That would help out Hutch in a big way. So great point there, Lauren. You are right. Lauren also said we needed to fill the hole Jackson left behind with Zietler, and Zietler is more than capable. It's a good move. Yes, it definitely is. And I think it's an upgrade. I'm sorry to Jonah Jackson. I know that they specialize in their own things, and Jonah put in some hard work here. But I'm going to say it's an upgrade right now. Rick, none of us are getting any younger. Time doesn't work that way. Just saying. I know, man. Okay. All right, Rick. Okay. Ed W, what's up? I pray for a center out of the draft. Frank needs a break without moving everyone. Hold on. Something just happened. Yes. Yes. Hey, I'm going to like that. I'm going to like that. Sorry. Something just happened. I was reading it, and then this comment popped up down here. Ed says, we need to draft a center. Rest Frank. He says, I pray for a center out of the draft. Frank needs a break without moving everyone around. You are absolutely correct. Frank's a warrior. He's going to battle. He wants to win a championship. He's not done yet. He says he just needs a little bit of rest in the offseason. He needs to go ice fishing, you know, get away from civilization, and he'll be good to go. He is going to be designated, you know, on the injury reserve, or not injury reserves. Whew. Please, we do not want that to happen. But he's going to be on the injury report each week, probably with that toe. And it's just going to be a rest day, you know, just like he was last year. But we do need to start looking towards the future. And, you know, Frank battles through injuries every single year. You just never know when he's going to hang it up. I don't think that he wants to, but one day your body just can't go anymore. And this guy has, he's gone through a ton of injuries. But I love Frank Ragnow for everything that he's done for us and everything that he's going to continue to do for us. But I do agree that we need to get a center or an interior offensive lineman in this draft for sure. Thank you, Ed, for the tip there. Lorne, the only free agent move I'm mixed with is Davis. Davis was expensive and cost a third-round pick, and we've got him signed to a one-year deal. Davis should do the job at number one, but he is costly. So we did restructure his contract. I don't know if you saw that, but we saved $4.5 million, and then we designated money to future years, whether we re-sign him or not, or extend him or not. But we did restructure his contract to where we're not paying him as much this year. So, they said that they were going to work on that, and it was in the works right away when he got there. So it didn't end up being as expensive as initially reported. So I think that it's good. I think that it's ended up being a good move, and I think that we get an extension done if he has a good year with us. But like I said, they did designate some of that money from his contract this year to future years. So we're going to have to pay him no matter what, but they did restructure it to where we aren't paying him as much this year. I think he's getting 6.5 now this year, and it's all guaranteed and it's up front. So that's why he took the deal. It's like right away cash and it's guaranteed. So otherwise, yeah, I would agree. It was a little costly, but he is going to help out this team, but they did restructure, and I think that it's a lot better now. Master Chief, big mistake not getting Mike Williams, the wide receiver Mike Williams. Yeah, he went to the Jets, I believe, just now, right? I think that was breaking while I was going live here, or just before it. But yeah, Mike Williams would have been a good pickup. He does have some injury, health. He has some health issues, but he's good. I like Mike Williams. He's always done great for my fantasy football team. And I wouldn't have minded him coming over. But it didn't happen. I don't see how much he went for. I was looking for it over here to see how much he went for. Oh, 15, worth up to $15 million with the Jets. So, I don't know. 1 year, $15 million. It's a little steep, but Mike Williams would have been good for the team. Him, J-Mo, Amon-Ra, Khalif, Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it would have been crazy. But it didn't happen. I think the price was just too much for Brad. Maybe he reached out. I'm not sure. But I think $15 million 1 year is too much. Like we saw, he just restructured Carlton Davis's $14 million 1 year. But yeah. Let's get back over to these comments. Rick says, I know there's some butthurt Lions fans that think we got worse because we didn't spend on any big names. But we got much better already. Yeah, I agree. There's some Lions fans out there who are crying right now. Like they are absolutely losing their minds because we didn't make the big name moves. But if you just listen to the pressers from Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, they made it plain and clear that they were never going to do that in the first place. They were going to get guys who fit the mold. And, he said maybe they were going to make a splash here or there. And I think DJ Reader and Zietler are great pickups. DJ Reader is probably our biggest splash that we made. And if he stays healthy, it works out great. It's an excellent pickup. But yeah, all you got to do is just listen to the GM who's in charge, who's going to go out and make these moves, because he's doing exactly what he said he was going to do. He wants to win in December. He's picking up guys who fit this team, and it's not all the flashy guys that everybody wants. He's not going to win in March. He wants to win in December. I've said that so many times. You got to listen to the man. He told you. He told you. So I don't know what some of those Lions fans expected. But yeah, I think that the moves that we made are great, and they have definitely made our team better. And we made it to the NFC Championship last year. And we're better now. And we're going to keep getting better, because I think that we still add 1 or 2 more pieces in free agency. And the draft is still coming. Brad Holmes does his thing in the draft. I don't, we got, what now, 3 picks in the top 100? We had 4 before. I'm not positive about that. Don't quote me on that. But regardless, Brad Holmes is going to make it happen. He usually does. MSU Detroit fan, what do you think will be a great week 1 matchup? I would love. Well, I don't think they'll do that. If it was prime time, San Francisco. Let's get the rematch. I would love San Francisco right away. They usually have us play Dallas later in the year. I wouldn't mind taking on the Packers, division rival. But I want a big time game though. I want a big time game to where we set the tone, to where it's against a worthy opponent. Like last year, the Chiefs, and we come up there and we show the world what we're all about. And we set the tone. I think I want San Francisco. I think I want San Fran. I would go. I'm going to that game. That's just what I'm going with. Master Chief. I guess we just played them the last game, though, so I don't know. It's tough. Maybe the Bills. Don't we have the Bills this year? The Bills would be a good week 1 matchup. That would be a good, viewer. That would boost the ratings week 1. But yeah, there's a lot of potential there for some good week 1 matchups. It's a good question. I'm excited for the schedule to come out, though. And I'm excited for them to release the new jerseys. I'm definitely picking up 1 or maybe 7. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have money like that. But I'll get 1 for sure. I don't know who. Let me know who I should get. I already have a Hutch and a Branch from the current team. But it's the old jersey. But let me know who you think I should get. All right. Anyways, Master Chief says, we don't need Stone Hands Reynolds. Hey, now, Reynolds was solid through the whole season. But yes, when it mattered most. I know. But he was solid throughout the whole season and made some big plays in the playoffs prior to the biggest game of them all. But I know fans are mad at him. I was mad at him when it happened. But the guy had a solid season leading up to it. All right, Lauren, this year's draft is heavy on wide receivers, running backs, CBs, O-lines, tackles, light on linebackers, safeties, tight ends, to a degree, and light on nose tackles, edge, depth quarterbacks, and interior O-line. Yes. So you started studying up on the draft. You did more research than what you were making me believe. But yeah, that's a good point. And we could go any which way because of how we set ourselves up. Now, me personally, I still think I want to go, and I've been saying it, I still think I want to go corner with our first pick, just to, get a guy for the future who could be our number 1, or it could be our number 1 right off the bat, or at least compete for the number 1 spot with Carlton Davis, if we extend him for years to come. But if we don't, then we're going to need a number 1 corner, and he can learn from Carlton this year. He can learn from Cam. He can learn from Amik. Is that his name? Amik Robertson. But I would love to pick up a corner, and I've seen people say wide receiver. I wouldn't be mad at that, especially if we don't bring in another wide receiver. I know that we got Donovan Peoples-Jones, and that could be the writing on the wall that Reynolds is gone anyways, because we brought back Donovan Peoples-Jones on that 1-year deal. But, so if we don't go and get another receiver, which I don't really know who's really left out there, but I would say, I would not be mad at drafting a wide receiver with the first pick. But you said they're deep. Corners are deep as well. So if we need to get an interior offensive lineman and they are not as deep, then I'm not mad at getting one at 29 either. So really, we can go anyway. Before, usually I'm like set on who I want and what position I want. But this year, once again, just from the moves that we made in the offseason, I'm just like, okay. Just do what you want, Brad, because I trust you. I trust in you. And I think that we set ourselves up for success once again. MSU Detroit fan, I'm thinking we will get either a rematch against the 49ers or Rams. Rams will be a good one. There you go. Or we get a shootout game against the Bills or Texans, or even jump into conference play with the Packers. I could see all those. Those would all be great week 1 matchups and would drive up the ratings for sure. And that's all the NFL cares about is ratings, baby. And you know, if that's all they care about, then they need to start caring about Detroit more, because this last year, I'm pretty sure we had some of the highest ratings when we were put on prime time, like in history. We broke some records. Breaking records over here. All right. Here we go. All right, Ed, I already said that one, but thank you for tipping there once again, Ed. Lorne says, what I see is Holmes and Campbell addressing positional weakness with free agency and drafting best player available. Look for us to pass on Reynolds and draft a big body receiver at 29. Lauren also says, gotta go, guys. Have a great day. Cheers. Hey, thank you for joining. Come back next Tuesday. I'm here every Tuesday, Lauren. Same time, 5 p.m. Detroit time. 5 p.m. Eastern, whatever. Detroit time. That's what I'm going to call it, baby. Okay, but yeah, good point there. I do see us letting Reynolds walk. That is the rumor that wide receiver is where we're going. And let's get into some more draft talk, some mock drafts, if you will. I just do it for fun, you know. Daniel Jeremiah just did his 3.0 mock draft. And he has us taking Kool-Aid McKinstry out of Alabama. That's a cornerback. Corner Kool-Aid McKinstry. And I would not be mad about this at all. As I said, I want a corner. And I think this guy is a good corner. He's a great corner. And his name is Kool-Aid. You know, we're already drinking the Kool-Aid over here in Detroit. So it'd be a perfect fit. So I'm not mad about that at all. From Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft. But then we have Will Brunson of CBS. And he has Cooper DeJean from Iowa, cornerback, falling to us. And I have seen a lot of other mock drafts where he's going a lot earlier and not getting to us. But I would love that. You know how I feel about them Iowa boys, right? I'm an Iowa fan. So I loved when we got Jack Campbell and when we got Sam Laporta last year. If we bring Cooper DeJean in, for me, that would be great. And I think that it would work out great for the team as well. I think, you know, he's got that mentality. He's a Dan Campbell style of guy. He could be a great returner for us, but he's also a good D-back and can help out that room. So wouldn't be mad about that at all either. And then, of course, Mel Kiper just dropped his latest mock draft. And he has the Lions taking Xavier Legette, the wide receiver from South Carolina. A big body wide receiver, just like Lauren was just talking about. And yeah, I could see that happening. 100% would not be mad about it. Either any of those picks I'm good with. Really right now, I'm happy with what we've done in the offseason and where we've set ourselves up, how Brad has set the Lions up for the draft and moving in to the 2024 season. Like I said, I still think that we're going to make another move or two in free agency. Some guys are slipping through the cracks, not getting what they want. We could probably pick up another guy on a 1-year deal, for a good price to help us out this year and go for the Super Bowl and whatnot. But I don't think we're done yet, and we still have the draft, like I said. Now, I've been wanting to bring this guy up for a few weeks, and I just want to ask, because he's an edge rusher. He could help out our team. I don't exactly know where he's going to go in the draft, but I think it would be really cool if we picked up the son of Lions legend Luther Ellis, Jonah Ellis. I mean, his son, Luther Ellis' son, Jonah Ellis. I tried to make that cool, and yeah, I failed. But Luther Ellis' son played for Utah, and he's an edge rusher, and he's pretty good. I posted some highlights on my X account, on my Twitter account, where you can find it at Nick_Harkson. But yeah, the kid's a beast. He's a Lions fan. He said it at the combine. I don't think that we had an official visit with him, but that doesn't always mean anything. I don't think we talked with J-Mo at all before we drafted him. I think we do that a lot of the times where guys are like, I didn't really expect to go to the Lions, but they drafted me. But I think it would be a good story, and he would help out the team as well if we got Jonah Ellis, the son of Lions legend Luther Ellis. I think it'd be cool, but not sure it's going to happen. But I would like that to see, if maybe he could get to our second pick. I don't know if I want to take him the first pick. He's got some good moves, and he's a game changer, but not sure we go that way. Either way, I'm happy. Hopefully. Hopefully I'm not speaking too soon. Hopefully Brad doesn't go crazy and get like a kicker with the first pick, because if that's the case, I'm going to be like, okay, spoke too soon. Yeah. Rick says DJ and KZ are both upgrades. DJ is a major upgrade. Yeah, definitely. 100% from, Benito Jones or Bugs. Benito Jones, I believe, just signed. Where did he go? Don't matter. He's not with us anymore, but yeah, we got a major upgrade there. Him and Ali McNeil are going to be absolutely nasty in the middle. They're going to tear it up all year long as they can both stay healthy. And like I said earlier, DJ Reader, he said he's eager to start working with and helping out Broderick Martin. So that alone, if he can pass along his knowledge and get him up to where he needs to be, to where the Lions saw him getting to being that monster, to unlocking the full potential, then, that's worth it all in itself. Because Broderick Martin, we traded up to get that guy. And we didn't see hardly anything from him last year at all. He was mainly a healthy scratch all year long. So, hopefully he pans out. And I 100% feel that DJ Reader can pass along a lot of knowledge to the young man. They kind of got a big body build of the same body style, So would love to see him take him under his wing and make him a monster in the league. Rick says, I don't think we'll be picking at 29. Maybe not in the first round at all. Trade up wouldn't surprise me either. Been seeing that a lot, and yeah, I wouldn't mind that either. And I've been feeling the same way the closer we're getting, that we're either going to go after our guy, get somebody, go up and get him, or if we can't get the trade to go up to get our guy, if we can't make that happen, I think we're moving back, getting more picks, not too far back. I don't think we're going to go, insanely far back. I think we'll take somebody, within the top 12 picks of the second round and get a few picks because we already traded away one for Carlton Davis. But yeah, we're either going to, I see that 100%. I'm with you, Rick. Who knows what's going to happen though, but I do see us moving. It's a weird spot to be in, 29. And you're basically in the second round already, right? So it wouldn't be a huge loss if we traded just back into the second round. But all right. If there is no other questions. Okay, I see some things going on, Rick. They had no intention on playing Martin much last year. I'm not mad about it. Yeah, I expect more this year. Yeah, I wasn't mad either. There was just moments where, guys were hurt, and I was like, what's up with Broderick Martin? Can we just get the kid some reps out there? But yeah, I didn't expect much from him either. I didn't think that he would be a game changer, come in there and, be the guy that we needed to fill that hole right away. But yeah, this year he should step it up, play a bigger role, and having DJ Reader there to help him is going to be huge for the young man. But all right, y'all. I know we still got 10 minutes to the hour. But that's pretty much all I have for today. I can show this real quick. Actually, I had this side-by graphic going on here. And this was done by Lions Royalty. Made this nice little graphic here. So shout out Lions Royalty. But they've showed everybody that we picked up. And everybody who has walked or is off the roster now for whatever reason, and also who's still a free agent who was on our team last year. But it's a cool graphic. Also shows our cap space, about $27.38 million. But I just wanted to shout out Lions Royalty real quick. Go give them a follow on X. This is what they do. They break down things for you right here. I keep track of this stuff, not just through them, but they are a major help because they like to organize things for you. But if you want to take a screenshot of this, but shout out Lions Royalty. That's my plug for the day. All right, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will be back here next Tuesday, like every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Detroit time, 4 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. on the West Coast for Touchdown Detroit Lions. My name's Nick Harkson. Peace.
Touchdown, Detroit